When I hear people complaining that it gets dark so early, I usually play along. I get it. The winter darkness can creep into your soul. But if you're a gardener like me, chances are that you cherish those long, quiet evenings indoors too. Holidays are the perfect time to up the cozy factor in your home. So today we're sharing a few things we each do to make this a special time of year.
There's a lot of hustle and bustle that can happen this time of year, but the key to a cozy holiday season for me is not being overwhelmed. I love to keep things simple, and I don't think it takes that much to make our home feel cozy and festive. I love a good old-fashioned Christmas, one peppered with dried orange slices and cinnamon sticks, and a foraged wreath on the door. I love the cozy feeling of greens draped on all the available surfaces, with a little copper tucked in here and there, candles on the windowsills, and some Christmas music playing in the background. During these days when the nights come early, I love staying home to curl up with a good book, some knitting, or a puzzle, knowing that the garden is mostly tucked in for the season and that I can enjoy being home in the evenings adds to that delicious holiday feeling.
The small church that we attend does a live nativity drama every December. It's called Journey to Bethlehem and takes visitors on a guided tour of what it might have been like to be in Bethlehem over 2,000 years ago. If you come and do the tour, your guide will lead you into a quiet area behind the church where you would run into shepherds on a hillside and are startled by some angels singing up high in the trees. You'd wander through a whole little village with shops and a synagogue, and there at the end is an inn and a stable with a closing scene that brings the impact of that story into the 21st century. Now, it's honestly not that cozy for the cast members. Myron and I shiver on a hard rock bench in the stable next to a donkey for 4 hours a night. But it is a beautiful reminder of the warmth and the light that Jesus brought to earth roughly 2,000 years ago. And it's a light that still shines for all of us today.
I like making a fresh wreath every Christmas. It can be tough to find enough greens, so when we bring our tree home, I'll take several branches off the base to use in my wreaths and then arrangements around the house. I'll also scavenge whatever I can from my garden. I might use things like dried hydrangeas, sedum, eucalyptus. If I can find any wispy twigs, I'll add those in too. When I'm foraging through my garden, I try to get plenty so I can also deck out the planters on my porch. I'll stick everything right in the dirt that's left over from the summer flowers, and the moisture helps them to stay fresh all winter.
I always like to do a little bit something with foraged evergreens around the house. Usually it's a giant wreath for the wall, or sometimes I'll do some greens for the mantle. This year I was feeling a little something for the front door. I had seen on Instagram where somebody had taken just an old, sort of a plain and ugly garland and hung it on, I think it was like an arbor going into the house maybe, and then just added stuff that they had foraged from the trees around them to it, and they made a really pretty arch garland statement piece, whatever you want to call it. So when I was in Ohio, we went to a thrift store and I found a really long garland for about $9. I ended up just using half of it. It was connected together. It was lighted. So I took the lights off because I wanted to sort of string it through the piece when it was almost done. But then I ended up breaking a couple of the lights or something, so it quit working. So I'm going to see if I can find a few more replacement bulbs. It's one of those strands where it's old-fashioned, where if one of the lights goes out, the whole thing doesn't work. So we get a lot of high winds here that just sweep across the porch in the wintertime and in the summertime. But I need a little bit something to keep the greens in place more than just the garland. So I used a little bit of chicken wire, just wrapped it around the top left corner, the top and the side there, and used that to kind of wedge my pieces into. We have pines, cedars, magnolias around here that you can pilfer from and nobody minds. Most of these are on the pasture land where Myron has his cows. I also found some what I think is ilex berries on the edge of one of the pastures. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but that's what I'm calling it. So I was tickled with that. I had a little hard time getting them this year, but I always try to take a little and leave more for the birds. I always like to take some of the leftover greenery and just pop it into a few vases or containers that I have to bring a little bit of extra green to the inside too.
My sewing machine usually makes an appearance this time of year too. One of my favorite projects is sewing an envelope-style plaid pillow cover. It's a quick, easy way to dress our couch for the season.
When the wind howls in December and January, you can usually find us next to the fire doing a puzzle. Bonus points for hot chocolate and a good holiday playlist. I found a very simple but delicious homemade hot chocolate mix that I'll share with you in the caption. I often add mine to warmed up coconut water for extra hydration, and if I feel like I need it, I'll add a scoop of protein or collagen powder or something to it, just to make it feel a little healthier. I don't add a lot of sugar to mine, but you can adjust to your own tastes.
Baking is another cozy holiday tradition I love. It doesn't get much better than a warm tray of cookies being pulled out of the oven while the snow comes down outside. Years ago, I found a recipe for candy cane cookies that's become my go-to cookie for the holidays. They take a bit of time since you shape each one into a candy cane by twisting 2 rolls of dough together, but it's a slow project that's perfect for an afternoon. For me, keeping it simple and making our home cozy for the holidays and on into the rest of the winter is what I love best about this season.